I've been on the panel for Bright Young Gems at IJL since it started, and I think for me the most interesting development has been the fact that we're getting young jewellers from all over the country, not just based in London. They're really coming from colleges all over the place, and I think that's really exciting.
Really, the whole industry would stagnate if it didn't have this new input, this new influx of originality and creativity. That's what keeps it turning over. That's its raison d'être, really.
I look for somebody, obviously, who's got the craft skills and some training in jewellery or silversmith or goldsmithing. But at the same time, I'm really looking for someone who's got a different approach and who is considering different materials. You know, it could be rope, it might be plastic, it might be recycling things. But I think you're looking for something that is fabulous and unusual and beautifully made.
I suppose a certain note of poetry, really, and a way of expressing new ideas and ideas that are very much of the moment, of expressing them through wonderful craftsmanship.
I think the thing that stands out from the designers I've nominated in the past is the way that they're not looking at jewellery just for the ears or the wrists or the neck. They're looking at jewellery as something you can wear on your head, as a kind of almost as a dress or a tunic. It's really, really broadening the whole scope of how we understand jewellery.
I think IJL has done really a phenomenal job in introducing new talent to the industry and in giving these young designers a more commercial arena in which to show their skills and their creativity.
IJL plays a very important role in terms of fostering new talent. I think they really are an organisation who are constantly searching for new talent. They understand the importance of, you know, the international visitor coming here and wanting to be inspired. So I think IJL, Bright Young Gems, the work we're doing with mentoring at Astley Clark are extremely important, not just for sort of the designer and the British retailers, but also for the international audience.
This year we have a discretionary gold award sponsored by astleyclark.com, where one of our Bright Young Gems will be selected to sell their product online at the Jewellery boutique.
When we look for a new gold designer, we are really looking from a commercial perspective at whether they can deliver a collection on time, whether the pricing and margins are correct. It's taken for granted that the design is completely wonderful, otherwise we wouldn't have selected them in the first place. But we really need to commercialise their collection, so any outlandish pieces have to be more commercial.
The highlights of being a Bright Young Gem was winning the Astley Clark Gold Award, where I got to design a collection for Astley Clark, which is an amazing luxury jewellery website, which I never thought I'd be designing for straight out of university, so that was fantastic.
Last year we chose 2 Astley Clark Gold Award winners. The first was Kitty Sun and the second was Daisy Knights. And I think it's contributed to them differently. For Kitty, she'd never produced a commercial collection, so that really helped her with how to price a collection, what a retailer demands in terms of timelines, lead times, how to replenish stock, where are the best factories to get your designs made. Kitty Sun's Astley ring went into Grazia and Vogue and the Times, and we really got it everywhere. The press loved it, and for Kitty, that was an amazing way of getting her name out there. For Daisy Knights, slightly different, I think. We worked with her to take one piece of her prior collection, which we actually totally loved.
The initial piece that Astley Clark saw was this cuff in silver with a white rope that you just tied around your wrist. This is a wrist piece.
And she built a collection for us from that. It was a sort of organic seashell in gold and silver. So she really built a whole collection from scratch. And again, we've had tremendous press on it.
Being a Bright Young Gem helped me kickstart my career from going from being a student and having things in a degree show and then being at a trade show, which is a completely different atmosphere, and having a different kind of people there who are interested in actually buying, not looking at it as a conceptual piece.
I'm always amazed at the quality of designers that come through. I mean, really, the nominations this year, there was such a variety across contemporary designs, fine jewellery, each designer had a completely unique style. There was virtually no overlap, and the creativity was simply amazing. So I think the quality of nominations coming through is exceptional. The role of bright young gems within the jewellery industry is incredibly important. It's very important for us as an industry to be supporting people out of college, out of design school, and help them sort of translate their creativity into a job that, you know, they can really build their careers upon.
Being a bright young gem has been the most crazy year. I've gone from working out of my flat in London to having a nice big studio in the Cotswolds and a workshop in Leicestershire and a great PR and sales girl. So it really has been a fantastic year, and it's all thanks to being a bright young gem.